Hi everyone, it's Monique and I'm back with another project for Wild Orchid Crafts on behalf of their YouTube design team, the Wild Bunch. So for my next project here, I decided to make a pin cushion with a variety of stick pins. I started off with a can it's actually a cat food can, washed it out obviously, and because I didn't want the bright silver color, I inked it with my alcohol inks, and I tend to use Ranger, and this is my favorite color combination. It gives a nice vintage gold color. It's caramel, ginger, and espresso along with some gold mixative. Because the can was so shallow, I decided to add some feet to it. So these are just some large pearls, and these are some beads with rhinestones that I decided to use as the feet. I then layered a few laces here. You can actually see underneath here I've got this cream Guipure lace from Wild Orchid Crafts, and on top of that I have this Ivory Guipure lace, and I went around the entire circumference of the can there. I added a couple of different scallop laces from my stash. This trim here I actually received from a friend, Julie, over at the Paper Bag Lady 1. So thank you very much, Julie. And these are actually metal beads. So yeah, I really like how those dangle. In the center of each of these designs on the lace, I put a rhinestone from my stash in there. And then here I have a cluster of flowers from Wild Orchid Crafts. I actually started with a variety of feathers from my stash. I've got some white and some brown there. I decided to keep this pin cushion rather neutral. I've added some of the dark brown skeleton leaves there. That's these guys here. I added, this is an old vintage milk bottle cap. It's actually from a dairy that's very, very close to me in Crescent Valley. I don't believe the dairy is operating anymore, but I still like the cap. It's really neat. This here is one of the two-tone gold tea roses in the 40mm. These guys here, and I really, really love the colors on these. Very, very rich color. This guy here is the deep ivory tea rose in the 25mm size. And then I also have right here the White Cosmos Daisy stem flowers. And again, I used some Cappuccino Perfect Pearls to paint the stamens on that because I just like the contrast, and it coordinated with the trim here really quite well. So that's the pin cushion. I also used a variety of the stick pins that you can find at Wild Orchid Crafts, and also some of their new bead caps. So you can see most of the beads here are all from my stash. You can see here I used let me move this a little out of the way. I used one of the ivory crown pins from Wild Orchid Crafts, and I layered several beads from my stash. On the bottom here I've actually added one of the new bead caps that can be found in their store. So I really like how that one turned out. I also, with the same ivory crown pin, I created this stick pin. Sorry guys, a little out of camera. I also made a stick pin using their ivory head pin. This just has a round tip on it. And that's this guy here. And I actually had a little pink flower bead that I put on it. I think this is so cute. So this one's simple but very, very pretty, I think. I used a couple of the pins from this pear-shaped pins on a wheel. I used one of the aqua colored ones and one of the pink. So here's the aqua one. I think that one turned out very pretty. And the pink one here as well. I just decided to stick with like pink, aquas, and browns. I thought it kind of coordinated with the pin cushion quite well. An elastic pen, I actually used one of these Ivory hat pins. This guy here, and I found because the head is so large, sometimes it's nice just to keep it simple. So I put, this again is one of the rhinestone beads that I used on the feet. This is a brown bead from my stash, and the bottom I used one of the new bead caps from Wild Orchid Crafts. And it is, you can see, larger than the head and the bottom bead, but I kind of like how it extends past the bead like that. Kind of looks like leaves to me, like around the bottom of the flowers. So anyways, I hope you like the project. As usual, I will have a list of all the products I used with all their codes down in the description box of the video. And you guys go check out the Wild Orchid Crafts channel. There's tons and tons of new projects going up there from all the other design team members. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.